Zohar Kadosh, Parashat Bereshit, 254b, says that Noah, after the Mabul, came to Hashem, he saw the world destroyed, everything is destroyed, there's nothing left. And he starts crying to Hashem. Hashem says to Noah something scary. He says, Noach, roeh shoteh. You're a drunk shepherd. Noach, you just saved the world. You just saved Noach, everyone else died. Everyone else died. Noach and his family, tzaddikim. Tzaddikim, they survived enough. Meaning, the point is that in his generation, he was the best. Best enough to be that the whole world had to restart from him and his kids. I don't think anyone here, especially myself, can say that if Hashem wanted to destroy the world, he would choose you to start the world with. If you think so, shrecha, I'm not there. Noach was. But the Gemara says that some people rule against Noach. Some people say Noach made a mistake. Some people say Noach was tzaddik bedorotav, meaning he was righteous in his generation, not because he was so righteous, but because they were so wicked, he passed. But if he was in a generation of Avraham Avinu, nothing. They look at it that way. The reality is, it's quite different. And a chidush with zchutchem worth at least $1 million. At least. Discount. Zohar Kadosh says, Hashem Yitbarach says to Noach, Noach, da roeh shoteh. You are a drunk shepherd. Why are you a drunk shepherd? Why are you crying now? Why are you crying now? If you would have cried before the Mabul, I wouldn't have killed everyone. I wouldn't have destroyed the world. So I asked the question, I had a difficult question. Okay, so let's say Noach cried. Big deal. Me. He's crying. Why are you not going to destroy the world? They're still Hashem. They're still worshipping idols. They're still having homosexuality, bestiality, stealing, this. Every sin in the world they made. Okay, so he cried. Big deal. He cried. Hashem says, if you would have cried. Hashem said it. If you would have cried before the Mabul, I wouldn't have destroyed the world. What does one thing have to do with the other? Is the chidush. Chidush is Rabotai. There is a ma'amar, divrei chachamim, the sages say something extraordinary. If you have family, friends, brothers, sisters, parents, loved ones, anyone with a pulse that you're close to, even if you're not, but you care about them, enough to help them, you have to know this. You have to know that there's a secret of how to get what you want heard. How to get what you want heard. Because you could talk to somebody for 2 years. 2 years they're listening, 2 years everything is exiting out the other side. You put it do, and it goes do. Goes in, it's like recycled. Once in a blue moon, something stays in there for like an hour or two, and then it goes back outside also like the waste. It's not going in. Not going in. It's not going, it's not working. But sometimes you have somebody come to a shiur, you tell them 5 words, the guy's like, okay, I want to do tshuva. Now. No, right now. Okay, come to the next shiur. No, now I want to do tshuva, Moshe Rabbeinu, Avraham Avinu, I want to do everything now. I want to learn now. I want to do tshuva, I want to do everything. I had, Baruch Hashem, the shiurim in New York. We started, I said, does anyone want tzitzit? I did a shiur, a couple of hours, young guys, maybe 30, 40 guys. I'm thinking the shiur was decent. It wasn't anything. It was just a shiur. I'm thinking maybe 1 or 2 guys are going to want tzitzit, maybe, to put it in their car just to make themselves feel good. I said, anyone want tzitzit? Shtabach shimolat, every single person. No, give me one, give me a blessing, give me this. Everyone did tshuva on the spot. Shtabach shimolat. It was like amazing. It's like Mount Sinai in Brooklyn. Unbelievable. We're going back to next week, B'ezrat Hashem. So, sometimes you say something to somebody, light turns on. They change. Something changes. What's the difference? Sometimes you talk to your brother, until you're blue in the face. Nothing. But sometimes you talk to a stranger, everything changes. What's the difference? The stranger noticed something that maybe your brother, your sister, or anyone who didn't listen didn't pay attention to, because they're too busy with their own emotional battles. The stranger paid attention to something critical. The stranger paid attention to something that the Chachamim say is the secret to success if you're going to do kiruv or anything else that's worthwhile in the world. And that is, advarim sheyotzim min halev nichnasim lalev. Things that come out of the heart enter the heart. If the stranger sees what you're saying is coming from your heart, it'll enter his heart. But if for a second he thinks that you have you're like nagua, you have a bias. You want him to do it because you make money out of it. You want him to do it because you want to show that you're right. You want him to do it because you want him to be like you. You want him to do it for some biased reason, automatically deleted. Even if it's right, even if it's genius, deleted. Why? No one wants to be told what to do. No one wants to be told what to do. Everyone thinks they know everything. When was the last time you told your parents, Abba, Ima, you're 100% right, if ever in your life? Most of the time we say, Abba, Ima, I don't think you know what you're talking about. The times have changed. The times have changed, Abba, Ima. 50 years ago it used to be this way. Today it's different. All of us think that our parents were always old. Little do we know they used to be like us. And they know a lot more than us now. They're just us after the experience. We just don't want to listen to their experience. We want our own experience. Only fools learn from their own experience. Smart people learn from old people's experience. But sometimes you don't want to listen to anyone else. Why? It's against your nature. It's against your Yetzirah. It's against your ego. You think it's by you listening to them, you're admitting that you're wrong, and therefore you're a fool, and therefore you're a loser, and therefore you're no good, and therefore you're just might as well not live. You think so crazy in your mind that listening to this person, no way, I'll find out on my own. I'll do it better on my own. Many people told me when I first started my business, said, you know what? Guys with experience, guys that had 15, 20 years on me, told me, I don't think you should open a broker-dealer. It's a big headache. You should focus on being a producer, your own broker. You're already making millions. Why change? You're doing well. Just keep going. I said, no, I got to own it. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. I'm going to own. I'm going to be. And I'm going to. I regretted that decision for the rest of my career. Simple decision. Simple decision. While I still lived in a world of falsehood, it was a mistake. But nonetheless, it was my mistake. I wanted to learn, make my own mistakes because I was convinced I was going to prove the world wrong. Not that the business is not good. Business is fine. It just wasn't for me. If you're good at one thing, stick to it. Why keep moving to everything else? Sometimes somebody tells you advice that's worth $1 million for free. He tells you do something, she tells you do something, and you're like, nah, I don't think they're right. If they were right, they would charge for it. If they were so good, they would do it. And you don't realize you just got priceless advice for free. And your ego won't let you listen, your ego won't let you change, and you stay in your direction only to realize some years later that the biggest mistake of your life was not listening to free advice. Now, how can you get people that you care about listening to this free advice you have when you tell them, listen, you got to do tshuva? And the reason why you have to do tshuva is because Hashem is not kidding. He's not your friend. He doesn't care about your investment portfolio. He doesn't care about your girlfriend. He doesn't care about your boyfriend. He doesn't care about anything else other than the fact of this, whether it's true or not. True meaning it's for him, false meaning it's against him. Are you fulfilling his will or are you going against him? The way to do it, Rabotai, is is by making sure that whatever comes out of your heart comes out without a bias. You're not doing it for any specific reason. You're not doing it because you want money from people. You're not doing it because you want to show them you're right. Oh, look how much I know. Yeah, I got him to do tshuva. Yeah, I got him to do tshuva. Yeah, I gave him the CD. Yeah, I brought him to the lecture. Yeah, I'm the lecturer. Yeah, I'm his father. Yeah, really, I created him. It says in the Kiru video, I created him. Start making the guy feel like he's nothing. He wants to go back to being kofir, not because he doesn't like God, because he doesn't like you. You want him to listen to you? Eliminate the bias. Now, what does this have to do with Noach? In the Zohar Kadosh it says that Noach cried to Hashem after the Mabul, and Hashem said, you are shoteh. You're a drunk shepherd. Why drunk shepherd? If you would have cried before the Mabul, I wouldn't have let it happen. I wouldn't have done it. What does one thing have to do with the other? What does him crying before the Mabul have anything to do with destroying the world? The chidush that's worth $1 million at least is that, Rabotai, had Noach cried, the people around him would have known that what he's saying is coming from the heart. And if they would have seen that what he's saying is coming from the heart, they would have done tshuva. The fact that Noach was building the ark, Chazaku Baruch, you're building the ark. They say, okay, what are you doing? Oh, Hashem's going to destroy the world in some years. I'm getting ready. Everyone says, he's a bias. He's probably trying to make money selling these ships. He has a bias. He's trying to start a new religion. He has a bias. Maybe he wants some tzedakah. He has a bias. He has a this. It didn't come from the heart. And that was the difference between him and Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu comes to Hashem, if there are 50 tzaddikim in Sdom, I've never been there, but if there's 50 people there at tzaddikim, you can destroy it still. Chas v'shalom, Hashem. 45, 40, 30. You never went there, but you still care. You don't know the Jew, but you still care about him.